Let's go straight to Daphne's case files.
Hey, internet friends. So today I have a really
Hi, Daphne.
interesting video for you.
I hope so.
We are going to be talking about the pothole that Janie, Daniel's mother, was supposedly filling the night before Jack and Lily went missing. So this would have been Thursday night,
Yep.
going into Friday morning. Now,
if you look at this trashy place, for her to do that, and I've said it before, I believe Thursday night was when something happened to Jack and Lily.
Look behind the kids in this photo here. You see like some gravel. It's like a lighter color behind Jack. I'll go ahead and circle that for you.
Yeah.
So that photo of Jack and Lily, it looks like they were standing there at the bus stop waiting for the bus as they have their backpacks and look like they're ready for school, correct? Now, I have a video that is from a neighbor. This was early on in the search. This person actually searched, which I'm going to show you some video footage of that as well.
Okay.
Now, this neighbor was walking by. They were helping search, like I said, and I noticed something in the driveway. If you see the lighter colored area with the gravel, and I'm going to circle it for you right now, this looks to be the pothole maybe that Janie filled up that night. But in the previous photo that I showed you with Jack and Lily, it looks like that same.
And if it was a pothole, I mean, that means it's been a pothole for a while, for a long time. And it's interesting, that particular night, she felt a need to fill it.
Pothole. But looking at this one now, I can't zoom in really well with this picture because it will make it too blurry.
Anyways.
And we won't be able to make out exactly what it is. But it does look like a fresh pothole. I was just laughing because I said fresh pothole, but it looks like a freshly filled pothole. Not
freshly filled pothole, an old pothole that has been a pothole for probably a very long time. And that night, well, I'm repeating myself, but sometimes I do that because I am just like, wow. You know? We easily get desensitized when we have so many red flags and so many things don't make sense. And it becomes very possible that we overlook things because we are so used to the red flags. Same when I talked to my friend Lauren about it recently, about when it comes to the Proudfoots. We get desensitized by all of the red flags where we read statements from the Proudfoots and it's like we don't even say anything anymore because it's just like, but in reality, if we didn't know about the case, every paragraph would have, we would not be able to stop pointing out the many red flags. And this case, in general, has so many red flags, people. So many things that make no sense. And we need to not allow ourselves to get sidetracked at all. At all. Not by Dick Wood or anybody else coming on different channels that allow him to be on there for whatever reason. I think we know the reason, but the bottom line is we need to stay focused on the things that make absolutely no sense, be it within their own statements or be it in their actions.
I'm going to overlay the photo with Jack and Lily, and let's see if we can kind of identify to see if it's the same hole. Now, in the photo I placed of Jack and Lily, they wouldn't be standing in that direction. If you look down in the bottom right-hand corner, it looks like they would be standing in that direction, facing that way, because you don't see anything in the background other than the sun and woods. So my question...
And by the way, I agree they were go-lucky children. She said go-lucky, not happy-go-lucky, because Malaya knows they had not much reason to be happy in this house. with Daniel. But they still had a very positive attitude, I think. Even though, and Jack smiles in this one actually, even though he often had a serious face, as Belinda herself would say, had said.
Is, was Janie really filling in potholes in the driveway that night? I mean, it's pitch black out there at night, as I'm about to show you. And why
Right.
fill them that night? That's just odd to me. Did she hit a pothole when she was driving in from somewhere? Or does she usually fill in potholes at night? I just find that kind of odd.
Or did somebody, well, did she want to get rid of tire tracks? Was that what it was? And masking that because you don't want to be, the last thing you want is law enforcement to examine something and then say, wait a minute, like they are partial, it looks like they are partial tire tracks. And it looks like somebody tried to make him, go away, and somebody swept over them to make him disappear. But a couple of them, there are still some showing up. So, what's a better way than saying, hey, I was working on the driveway and I had to do what I had to do to mask the real action there? That would be my guess.
As usually, if you're filling in some kind of hole, you're going to do it during the day. But who knows? What do you guys think about this?
Well, what do you guys think about this? What do you think I'm thinking? Now, of course, it makes no sense. Yeah, I think it was exactly what it was, to get rid of tire tracks. Some activity at night, and they knew. And Janie is deep in it, man. I'm telling you, deep in it. And she wanted Lily gone from that property because of her screaming and getting the dog to bark, and probably especially that night when she already went to sleep. Remember, Daniel said she woke up from her nap. No, it wasn't a nap. She probably had already gone to bed that Thursday night.
I find it odd. Comment below and let me know what you think about it. Now, I'm going to show you a video of how dark it is there at night.
I have no doubt.
So some of you might have seen this video. The gentleman who lives next or close to Jack and Lily. Look how dark it is out there.
Oh my
yes,
God.
They have a porch light, but who is going to be filling holes at night in the pitch black?
Yep.
Now, the next clip I'm about to show you is this gentleman is the one that had the confrontation with Daniel Martell's father, Earl, I believe his name is. Now, the person has...
So I guess Daniel's father's alive still, right? I don't know.
Taken that video down. If you do have that video, could you please send it to me? I would really appreciate
Send it to her.
But we are going to continue to show you how dense the woods are, because this gentleman went out and searched for Jack and Lily. Now, would two children actually run off in the woods like this? When I show you how dense these woods are and how wet and soggy everything is, it just makes me to believe that they did not run in the woods. But they are...
Duh. They did not run off into the woods. They didn't even leave the house on their own. They had on what they would have on when they go to sleep. They didn't have their coats on. It was 3 Celsius, about 38 Fahrenheit. No, they did not walk off. They didn't happen to go through the glass sliding door as Malaya wants us to believe. I thought we had already dismissed this lunacy.
RCMP tend to think that they did. They are...
No, they don't. That's maybe what they say. But again, there was a lot of deception within many of their statements. So they're telling people one thing, but they're doing another.
Focused on that, and that's why they searched and even came back and searched more
They, never mind.
so for a recovery search mission. Now, let me know what you think about this video
Yes,
coming
leave a
up.
comment.
Kiddo! Kiddo!
What does it say? Sorry, I missed this part.
Kiddo!
Daniel Marquez's dad, who lives close by, screamed at this man searching. Why would he do this? Wow. That is Chris Proudfoot style right there, man. Wow. Do they all know what happened?
Kiddo! Can you hear me?
What the hell?
Kids!
Wow. Yeah, I mean, whatever the reason was, I'm not going to get into this right now for what the RCMP did there. But yeah, how far do you think a 4-year-old will get in 20 minutes? Or even an hour or an hour and a half? How far do you think? You see, these 20-acre, how many, never mind. I'm not even rehashing what I already discussed. How far? Holy moly. Holy moly.
Kiddo!
And that idiot search leader thinks they are hiding somewhere. Oh my gosh. Janie's dog's barking in the background. So she has more than one dog, right? Because, yes, she has a little one and a big one, from what I understand, from what I've been told.
Dennis.
Maybe they just want to make sure there are no shallow graves.
So, showing you that last clip, what do you think? Do you really believe that Jack and Lily like ran off into the woods, just like suddenly just ran off into the woods?
Stop it. Please stop.
Now, especially with Lily having a cough, if she was actually really sick, did she really run off into the woods? It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, stop.
So, this gentleman here, this is the same guy that had been searching day and night. He's walking by their home, and you can kind of spot this pothole here in a second again. There you go. And, things just don't make sense in this whole case. But, I kind of go back to my old previous video that I made a couple months ago with someone maybe them having a party or something at their house, maybe Wednesday, or it could have been Thursday afternoon. You never know, because Daniel did say it wasn't the night before.
Yeah.
So could it have been that afternoon? Could it have been Wednesday night? We don't know. And maybe something happened there where they took the kids for payment or something. We just don't know, in my opinion. But I want to show you one more thing. So before I let you go, I want to show you this real quick. So the blue dot in the middle is Jack and Lily's home, and the white circle is the circumference of where they searched inside that white circle, that area, where it shows the Lansdowne Station Road by their home where they searched. That's a dirt road. Supposedly that's where Daniel Martell's father lives down there, allegedly. And then they searched again by the park, the closed down park, the one that closed down in 2022 for financial difficulties or something like that. But it still looks like there's still buildings standing in that park, maybe a few cabins, who knows. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think Janie was filling potholes at night, or do you think the kids went off into the woods? What do you think? I want to hear your comments below. And if you could, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video.
I think I made my comment already, guys. So I'm going to keep this video short, and I thank you guys for watching. And yeah, that was probably a cover-up. She covered something up. I think there was vehicle movement, and they knew in the morning there was going to be police, and they wanted to get rid of the tire tracks. And what better way than to work on something and have a reason why she may have gotten rid of most, if not all, tire tracks without raising suspicions. But of course, she has raised major suspicions. Having done this, these old deep potholes that had never been taken care of before, and that particular night, she took care of them. I'm Mike the Man, and I'll see you next time.